Ladies and gentlemen, HeyBigMike has officially responded to us. Now, he said some things alluding to us before that were definitely about us, but there was still wiggle room that it could have been somebody else. This time, it's 100% matter of fact, us. Now, he still hasn't said the name. Remember, the scareder they are, the more they won't release the name. If you're scared, you don't release the name, because if he says Redbar, well, 20% of what he thought were his fans would start loving Redbar. That 20% could climb to 30%. Then all of a sudden, we could be going toe-to-toe for, with, is Mike cool or does he suck? He doesn't want that. None of these people want that. You listen to a Redbar breakdown of yourself. You don't want your peers watching this, because it's not coming from just some retard on the internet. No. The reason this gets under people's skin so much, the reason I'm the one that can never be brought up, the reason I'm the one they want to kill, the one hated, you would think these people with millions of fans, surely they have haters. Surely it would be bizarre if everyone liked them. You have 1 million fans and all 1 million have to say you're great. The ego. But when I do these breakdowns of the people, they know. This one's bad. They're not just saying I'm not funny. They're not just saying I'm not cool. They're saying all the stuff. And it makes sense. It makes too much sense. So when a friend of mine who kinda, I think, already doesn't like me sees Mike bash me, that could start swaying their opinion. That could start tipping them. It's frankly, I don't need this stain on my reputation. You go to YouTube, you Google HeyBigMike right now, you search that up on YouTube. It's all these awesome videos of me killing it with porn stars and receiving accolades. But now the fourth video down is BigMike is a huge liar and a schemer. Click here, click here. See it all. Thumbnail. Yeah, with a beautiful thumbnail. And then all his partial enemies are like, wait a minute, I've always suspected this guy's weird. Let me see. And then they're dying, laughing at me, mocking you. It's your worst nightmare. And that's understandable. But the best way to get me to not make these amazing videos about you is to just not do the amazing things. You don't want to be on this screen? Well, don't be screen-worthy. You don't want to be mocked? Then don't say something that needs mocking. We're not just randomly picking names out of a hat. He just wants the clout. There are bigger people than you. Way easier people to steal clout from, by the way. I could pander to audiences. No. I happen to organically find your errors, and I must tell the world. Why? Because you're so big. Someone said, you only go after the biggest, most successful people. I go, you're damn right. Because going after somebody that's not successful, I don't have a problem there. It doesn't matter if someone with 12 views is lying and scheming and tricking kids. He's only affecting maybe 12 people. But when a man is speaking to millions of people, it is time. Once you start speaking, how about this? Just a basic rule for humanity. Once you start speaking to 1 million people on a regular basis, yep, there needs to be a team making sure you're not disrupting our reality. You just do. There needs to be somebody reporting on you. You now, sir, are newsworthy. Get it? Yeah, bravo. It's what you always wanted, right? You wanted the fame, the fortune, the eyes. You wanted to be what everyone was paying attention to. You got it. And with the good comes the Redbar. You understand? You can't speak to over 1 million people and consider yourself to be not newsworthy. It's no longer gossip. It's no longer shit talking. It's this guy's saying a lot of crazy stuff to a lot of people, and they're believing it. Somebody needs to fact check this shit. It needs to be undid. They did it with morning cartoons to kids when we were kids. The Smurfs weren't just allowed to have an OnlyFans and fuck a woman in a gangbang. Nope. Somebody would bust in and say, you know what? This Smurfs needs to be for kids. The Snorkels can't be actually doing stuff with their snorkels. It's got to be appropriate. We got to keep some semblance of reality going on. But now you got people like Jake Paul, Logan Paul, and BigMike. They want to talk to a million people, and then I come along with fucking nobody. I'm not no celebrity. I'm just a guy. I've never even been co-signed by a celebrity. I'm just some guy. And you can't at least let some guy give their opinion?
It seems worth it for all the stuff you get. Is it that bad?
You have millions of dollars, millions of adoring fans. Every time I open my mouth, they all tell me I'm a loser and jealous. You're winning on every account, technically on paper, yet I'm your biggest effing problem. Me? I'm just a loser. How could a loser bother you? You ever hear me talk about losers? I got to show you HeyBigMike's response to all of our Redbar stuff. Now, we made about 4.5 videos about him. We talk about him. Every time that something foolish comes out of his mouth, I repeat it in his voice. It's almost, now that I think about it, our coverage of Mike is his coverage of him. Most of our BigMike coverage consists of me going, wait till you hear what this guy says. And then I repeat what he said in an imitation of his voice. So, for instance, Mike goes, one day every girl will have OnlyFans. What the hell was that? One day every girl will have OnlyFans. And then I pause it, and then I go, one day every girl will have OnlyFans. That's really all I do. So if this isn't exposing, or if anyone's talking shit, it's you. You're talking shit about yourself. I'm just repeating what you've said. I'm slowing it down. So if you're mad, you need to be mad at yourself. This is all going to make a whole lot more sense when I show you. BigMike's biggest cope to date. The response to Redbar, we've never heard anything like it.
There's a doc. My ears.
We couldn't believe our ears. This was sent to me by a lot of people. I can't believe how many of you are watching Impaulsive now. I couldn't believe this.
You owe us, BigMike.
I went to their comment section where we mentioned almost every 6th comment. Couldn't believe that. So this is a proud day for me.
4730.
4730. BigMike responds.
And put gas into and possibly get into an accident and all those factors. So you're just having someone else handle all the bullshit.
You have interesting ways of looking at things. You really do.
He does.
Small people take shots at you. They're not on your level.
Like when they
internet
shoot a
people.
basketball?
Yeah, whatever. Basketball.
Okay, it starts out small. Small people take shots at you. Big people make moves. Internet people, people that don't matter. That makes perfect sense. I actually might even agree with that. He doesn't agree with it. If small people don't matter so much, why are you talking about the small so often? Well, maybe they matter a little. Maybe you're actually going to discredit yourself in seconds by saying the opposite. Here we go.
They're not on your level.
Like when they
internet
shoot
people.
a basketball?
Yeah, whatever. Basketball. People that you shouldn't be paying attention to, but they gnaw at you. They hate you. They talk shit constantly on their shows, on social media.
I say this. I've said this before.
What do you do?
Is this our conversation we had this morning?
How long do you take it before you fire back? I got this one guy, and I'm obviously not going to say anything about him, but he is obsessed with me. He loves me. He worships me. Every show he makes has to mention me. And he comments on my Instagram pictures, barf faces of me and my girlfriend. And he's obsessed. He's like a stalker, bro. He has to know what's going on in the life of BigMike, and his videos get his 8,000 views and 6,000 views.
Okay, I'm going to stop here because you know what?
I just always say to myself,
shut the fuck up! I let the clip play. I want you to hear that. We got to break that down. You ready to rewind, fool? And I got to pull up something in my phone. This is us.
I'm sending you what you need.
Oh, the screenshot?
Yeah.
That I need? Send me a link. It's easy. Send me a link. We got it right here, too. The screenshot that I need coming up, and then we'll go back. We're going to listen to this. What time should I jump back to her?
For the beginning.
How great is this? How great is this? And this makes sense to a lot of people. 47:30. Ooh. Man, he really ranted for a while there. Come on. Catch up. 47:30. Here we go. Let's break it down now. There's some good stuff in here.
Possibly get into an accident and all those factors. So you're just having someone else handle all the bullshit.
you have interesting ways of looking at things. You really do.
He does.
Small people take shots at you. They're not on your level.
Like when they
internet
shoot a
people,
basketball?
whatever, basketball. People that you shouldn't be paying attention to, but they gnaw at you. They hate you. They talk shit constantly on their show.
They gnaw at you. People who you shouldn't pay attention to, but they gnaw at you constantly. Gnawing? Really? So it's bothering you. And furthermore, you're up to date with all this stuff?
You've seen our videos?
You've seen it all, haven't you? You know, your last big video was released on the day of your book release. I thought certainly, no, he's got bigger things going on. If I want to take your word for it, your word is, I'm moving and shaking. I don't have time for these small people. But the day your big book was released, the life-changing day where you cried about your drugs.
There will always be those things that I can't get rid of. You know what I'm saying? Like that are just there. And so that was definitely my lowest point, for sure.
That's all it is, by the way. A dummy crying about his drugs. Go check out our full episodes. We did a whole breakdown on Mike's cry show that you all fell for. You're the, oh my God, he's being so honest. No, he was being TMI. TMI emotional. He was being a bitch. You know, you're supposed to be so big and so rich and so cool that us small people, you know, you whack us away, you keep moving.
How could it possibly get to you
The
this
day
much?
of his book release, he was watching my newest video about him called Big Trouble. Hey, Big... By the way,
Trouble.
I'm running a spite shop here. This is a
haven't
joke
noticed.
Larry David spite channel. You idiots. I don't even care about any of this crap. You know? It's a circus. And you fall for it? You're sitting there on your book release day. What is this about me? I'm in big trouble. Fuck this guy. Fuck this. I'm
Look at
gonna
the
fire
look on
back.
his face.
One day
He's
I'm gonna
so
fire back.
pissed.
One day I'm gonna fire back. If you're mad about a guy, woo, you might be a little. If you catch my drift there. Let's hear some more.
On social
I
media.
I say this. I've said this before.
What do you do?
Is
How
this
long?
our conversation we had this morning?
How long do you take it before you fire back? I got this one guy, and I'm obviously not gonna say anything about him, but he is
Wait,
obsessed
why
with me.
obviously? Why obviously aren't you going to say anything about him? Anything about him? Why obviously? Because you'd send me some net traffic? Some e-clicks? This is what these people, this is their lifeblood. These clicks and views. I don't give a fuck. I'm playing your show every day. You know how many people I send over there? Go, 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 go. Watch, watch, watch. I tell everyone to watch your show. I love it.
We say it's our favorite show every
Yes!
episode.
You can't give me that respect back. What would happen if they watched this? Would they unscrew your head like a bulb and throw it in the disposal? What do you think's going to happen? Are you going to lose some of your respect that you didn't have to begin with? You're the biggest bitch, and you're the most boisterous, fake confident guy. We don't go after people that are just weak. We go after people that are weak, but make up this whole story that they're the coolest, toughest, Vince Vaughniest guy out there. Look at your face. It's all smoke and mirrors, and that's what we hate. And why do we hate it? Because it disturbs our reality. It's in our DNA to keep reality intact. And when we see a bullshitter, a con man, a fly-by-night salesman like yourself spin his web with the glistening children's eyes, hoping to get rich like Big Mike one day, we say, you know what? This bothers us, inherently bothers us. It's causing a disturbance in my lungs, in my muscle fiber. Because it's wrong, and I must speak. I must say
But
something.
we're not even doing anything other than saying what we think about this.
Yeah, exactly.
This extremely popular show that kids watch.
Now, your buddy Logan has actually, and I can't believe I'm saying this because his brother Jake has never done this, his insane, psychotic, almost, I would go ahead and say Greg Paul, Logan's dad, has murdered people before. He's as psychotic as they come. He would trade you in a second, okay? He would trade in his best friend to stay alive in a second. But Logan Paul is even nicer than his mom at heart. You know, you could see Logan Paul actually thinking about some stuff and actually evolving here.
He's a big sweetie.
Logan Paul, when you guys first started, it was Mike was the one that had a brain, and Logan Paul was the dumb one. Now Logan is like a beautiful guru, a wise man on the top of some Buddhist stairs. And you're this
He's
like
zen, he's calm,
Yeah.
he's put together,
And
his
you're-
ego's in check.
Yes. And while Logan has grown into this man at 24, you're sitting at 37 and you've become what's called a butt munch. You're exactly butthead. Logan used to be Beavis. Logan's not Beavis anymore, but you are full butthead. Do 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 boom boom bam 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 bam. That's you, doom boom. Your lips are. I used to draw butthead on my binders. Remember in school, you used to draw guys all day, the Stussy sign and shit. I used to draw butthead quite a lot. I know how to draw those lips with the flip up because he had braces. You got those butthead lips. Dude, fuck you. You don't want to be, it's like a living meme. It's just the easiest joke in the book. No one should look like butthead. You're wearing the same shirt even. The same head shape. You're buttheadic.
Also, not weeks ago, you said that you'll respect anyone online as long as they're hustling
Wow.
and doing their thing.
But I have no judgment to pass on anyone doing anything to make a living in this world.
Remember that?
I'm hustling and doing my thing. And this is what you say about the wonderful me. Do you want to hear this again? He's dissing me. The queen. Shout outs.
How long do you take it before you fire back? I got this one guy, and I'm obviously not gonna say anything about him, but he is obsessed with me. He loves me.
Okay. And this is the cope. The fool's cope is he's obsessed with me. He loves me. Okay. Well, I think I said enough to prove that that's not the case here. Normally, that would be the case. I understand. The internet is so see-through and so stupid, and you just heard stupid people talk. And here's the problem. The people who get in front of the microphones are those stupid people. They all do have an alternate agenda. Anybody telling you stuff in front of one of these, sure, SM7Bs is bad. So I could understand how you would confuse me with everybody else. Okay, I'm going to give you that one. But it's not true! Wait, no, it is true. I am obsessed.
Yeah, I was just about to say,
Yeah.
I'll admit that I'm obsessed with BigMike.
Yes.
As soon as there's a new Impaulsive episode, I
But
go,
that's not in your favor. That's not in your favor. That's still bad for you. Okay? It's not, I'm obsessed with you because you're awesome. I'm obsessed with.
I mean, and
how-
so what? This is what I mean about why does
Yeah.
he care? Why can't he just be like, they're obsessed with me, they watch me, who cares? Like, why can't he
Well,
just
here's the
not
thing.
get
Why
over
can't
it
they?
then?
Don't do the why can't we today. Because why can't you? Why can't they? And how come they? And why don't they? Only applies to me. You're thinking about me. You're thinking about you. You can't think like you or me. You got to think like him. Because him is not you. He's not me. And that's why he's he. And that's why he's on screen. I never liked this. We got to skip past, though. But why can't he? Why would you? Why would... He's stupid, folks. Why did he do heroin? Why did he rob a man? Why did he date a porn star who did a 50 felon gangbang? Why does he think only... Because he's stupid. This has been my through line through the BigMike saga. So when we go, well, why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? No. That's what we would ask ourselves if we did something this stupid. The reason he's doing this is because he's stupid. So why is it bad to be stupid? It's not. Be stupid in Argentina, working on the side of the road at gas station. Perfect. Perfect place for a stupid guy to work. All you got to worry about is the Butterfingers. When they get down to 2, call this one person. He brings more Butterfingers, sometimes mounds. Perfect job for Hey Big Mike. But Big Mike is speaking to 1 million children. And you know how I know why? How I know how? You know, Big Mike wants to keep shaking. We don't have a children audience, bro. Even though he's admitted to it several hundred times.
We just stopped in Times Square for a second, and I ran into these kids right here.
Hey! How's Lana? How's Lana?
Fucking 8 years old. What the fuck?
Big Mike, after he said this, I got attacked by over 100 children. Every one person who came and left a nasty comment about me, because Big Mike called us out. Some people did some investigative work. They put 2 and 2 together. They were all kids, 13, 14, some of them upwards of 15, some of them 12. I had a infant. One of the main trolls that I got from Big Mike was an infant fan of his. Toddler. He's in his terrible 2s. You don't want terrible 2s kids coming after you. They're the worst.
They never
You
run
think
out
the
of
guys
energy.
that say the N-word, I'll rape your wife, I'll kill you, that's nothing compared to the terrible 2s. And that's the only people who have come to me. You're a loser. You're jealous of him. I literally, you could click, because they come to me on Instagram. Click on their profile. It's a mom going, this is my son's account. He's the son. And it's the son talking. He just was born. Most Big Mike fans were just born. They're in the hospital. And the doctor goes over, and instead of taking a picture, he hands the kid the phone to comment on his first social video. Most of Big Mike's fans are seconds old. And that was embarrassing, you know. And this is a guy going, hey, you like Lana Rhodes? Check her out on Pornhub. We're collecting checks. I know you're 1. I know you're 2. You've seen worse. You just came out of a worse place. Actually, no. What Lana has done is worse than the gift of life. It's worse than a birth. You ever seen a birth? The open hole in an old man's home? Woo! You ever seen a water birth? What Lana Rhodes has done is a water birth. Listen, again, I want to make it perfectly clear. We ain't against nudie models that arouse people. I'll go ahead and say porn is fine. What Lana Rhodes has done is not porn. The gangbang, folks, although it appears on the same porn sites as the hug. You know, a good porn site will have low to high. You type in hug. Just 2 people hugging. Some people don't need them to be
That's fine.
crazy. Yeah, when I go to porn sites, light kiss. And then it's someone going, and then they bow. And they go, that was our video, thank you. That's what I'm watching on porn sites. But they go all the way dark, too. They go to 20. And they'll have 40-person gangbangs. And now people who watch porn go, yeah, it's all the same. The woman flashing her breasts on a party bus is the same as the woman taking 50 penitentiary inmates in all the holes. It's not the same. The gangbang is where I draw the line. That is a degradation of oneself that carries a trauma. Any psychologist could tell you. It carries a trauma worse than rape. Even if you consented to the 40-person gangbang with the 40 men that you don't know and they all came on you and you're watching come fly on the other men and the other men don't even care. They're so enthralled with this idea of fucking someone. They've turned to cavemen. They've turned to pure murder, and they would murder someone. I feel like during a gangbang scene, if you handed a man a knife and said, stab him, he would do it. They've lost all control over what it means to be a human being. So when you're doing a gangbang, even if you're sitting there laughing to the bitter end with all that stuff flying on your face, it carries a trauma, a PTSD, worse than the most brutal rape. You'll be tossing and turning for hours, centuries. And that's the part where I draw the line, where I have to butt in, where I have to say, no, no, no. The gangbang is no longer porn. Now I'm watching a snuff film. I'm watching a woman just throw away her stability. Her mentalness, her mind, gone. You stabbed a knife and turned it through the brain. It's the same thing as watching someone cut themselves. You would never go, oh yeah, I watch cutter porn, perfectly normal. It's where a guy slices his chest and moans till his mom comes in and finds the body. He's fine though, he didn't cut any main veins. Watching somebody do a gangbang is similar to watching somebody cut themselves. It's just self-destructive. And it's totally different than OnlyFans. Thank you for allowing me to speak. Back to Big Mike. This is what he's got to say about me. It gets way worse. I didn't even go over the worst part.
Nope.
The victimization of Big Mike. Coming up.
How long do you take it before you fire back? I got this one guy, and I'm obviously not going to say anything about him, but he is obsessed with me. He loves me. He worships me. Every show he makes has to mention me. And he comments on my Instagram pictures, barf faces of me and my...
He comments on my Instagram pictures, barf faces. How fucking funny. How fucking funny is this? How fucking funny. This is tremendously funny. About 2 years ago, I told you guys about a new move that I came up with called... Any Instagram picture where they're trying to be cool or sexy, comment with a barf face. The barf face emoji. I mean, nothing's worse than a woman putting her big old ass in these jeans out there. Here's my big old ass. And then you're like, oh, stinky. I can smell the farts from here.
Basically the opposite of what's wanted.
Exactly. That's why it's so funny. And it does muck up the whole affair.
They don't want to barf in their comments.
There's a woman with her ass out and she's butt naked.
She wants the heart emoji.
You don't want, ooh, I can smell the farts from here. Ooh, you're farting up a storm. Put that keister away. You're gassing up the place. And even the guys who are so horny, they're reading that comment going, it is a fart machine. It is kind of the butt.
Doo-doo does come out of
Doo-doo
there.
poo-poo. Papa poopsie. So it does throw off the romantic part of beating on. It's hard to beat off to a butt model when there's all this gas lines and comic art of people puking underneath. So I think that's hilariously funny. And sometimes you just don't have time to write a whole insult. And the barf emoji works. So here is what Big Mike's referring to. Now, this is crazy. He's got a million followers on Instagram. He gets 2,000 comments per picture.
Saying how amazing he is.
2,000 and that. But just imagine he gets 2,000 comments. How do you see my comment out of 2,000? I could barely see a motherfucker's comment out of 30. I have an Instagram that gets a max 6 comments per post. And I can't keep up with them. It's so much. So to have 2,000 comments, and they're posting every day, and they have a Twitter that's going off, and all these videos. Listen, this is what your favorite
These are the busiest guys in Hollywood.
You know why they're busy? Because they're reading every fucking comment. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's good. You should know what people are saying about your nonsense. You're putting nonsense out. You should know what people think about it. But they sit around saying, I don't read comments. Totally beneath me. Only losers. And they say this. Chris D'Elia
pays no attention to the opinions of sheep, bro.
Chris D'Elia last week, big comedian. Everyone loves him. Well, he thinks of you as tiny dollar signs that help him buy his Acuras. He has the expensive Acuras. He said, anyone who leaves a YouTube comment of any sort is 11. Yep, you're 11. We can't comment back. You could talk to us for 6 hours. We can't comment back about maybe what we thought. Nope. You're peasants. That's how they treat us. Big Mike, same thing. Dude, if you even read the comments, you're stupid. Brendan Schaub, Joe Rogan, they all say this. Your comment means nothing to them. They don't give a fuck. They take your time, they take your money, and you have to listen to everything they say, and you don't get to say a word back. It's retarded. But here's the biggest problem. First of all, that's insulting as all hell, right? Here's the biggest problem. They do read all the comments, and they're lying to sound cool. They're lying to
even
sound
worse
tough.
than we thought.
So it's even worse. So they do read all the comments because they always fucking find my barf emojis somehow in their barrel of haystack
One
needles.
tiny green and yellow speck.
Yes.
In the vast
Majority.
spans of comments
Scroll,
about Mike
scroll.
Majlak.
Stop me when you see a bar face, because it's probably him. Fuck, I hate this knucklehead. Imagine this. And all the other comments around my bar face are, you're amazing, you're incredible, you're on fire, 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 you rule,
I
you
mean,
roll, you
just
roll.
on the last show, he was talking about how this is the best week of his,
Of his life.
and everything is going amazing for him.
You know what I
So
do on the
how
best
could-
weeks of my life? I don't think about the fucking haters! So these guys are, not only are they weak, not only are they stupid, but they're lying. They lie about everything to be cool. So here it is. His big, fat, stinking wife's fake ass, Lana Rhodes. And by the way, she's at the beach. You should be at home. There's a thing called quarantine going on right now.
We're going to snitch on you.
No masks. They're at the beach. She's in her big thong with her disgusting, and I could call it disgusting because it's not part of God's plan. It's a fake, but she went to a doctor's office and said, I don't feel like working out. I'm scum. Can you inject fat cells into my ass through a needle? And he laid down with your fucking pooper, your fart machine, up in the air while the doctor shoved needles in you, pushing fat into your butt so you can make a few more shekels on IG. God forbid you do squats. You need fake material shoved into your ass. So when you want to moon me and stick your butt out like you're about to take a fart or a shit on me, I have every right to say, oh. That's not harassment. That's a valid response. All these other people licking their lips saying, ooh, how sexy. Ooh, I
That's
love you.
offensive.
That's the rape. Those people should be locked up.
That's public sex.
So you want to show me this private, this big toilet tush, and I can't say how disgusting it is? It's probably got a whole thing of wet, gooey grease down the center, chocolate stuff. This is beautiful to me. Somebody sticking their butt out. Have some respect. Have some grace. Just sticking their butt out like... I wish there was an emoji for a fart coming out of an ass.
Same. How?
Because I'd post that every
yet?
one of these. It looks like you're just blowing a fart. Watch. Here, do some Rick Glassman style animation. Watch. That's what I see when you moon me.
You could create-
streaker, you stalker, you flasher. And by the way, how is this any different than the flasher? Ding dong. Oh, honey, there's a salesman in a big coat at the door. Let me answer. Ah, see anything you like? And he shows you it all. And then you call the police. He was arrested for flashing. I'm a 12-year-old kid. I got to be mooned by a fake butt from a woman who's taken it by 60 guys in a penitentiary? I'm allowed to respond with, Mom. What an asshole. So let's go back to his little thing. You want to respond? You're not going to say my name? Well, then I'm making a video. BigMike Stalker responds to his lies. Listen to this.
Has to mention me. And he comments on my Instagram pictures, barf faces of me and my girlfriend. And he's obsessed. He's like a stalker, bro. He has to know.
Okay, you've crossed the line. Did you catch it? He's like a stalker.
You're a stalker.
It's
Do you
one
have a
thing.
rebuttal?
Hey, it's one thing to say I'm obsessed, I love you, talk about an innocent, everyday cope. He loves me, he's my biggest fan. We've all heard that one. When you use the term stalker, wow, that's a calling card. That's a dog whistle into playing the victim. This is the most disturbing part of this. Listen to me and listen to me good. The word stalker is not said by accident. The word stalker puts you in a place very quickly, and it puts you in a place of, oh, stalker, bad. It's one thing to be an internet troll. It's one thing to be a critic, someone who criticized me, or even a hater. You say stalker, that puts me below.
Mention
Whoa,
me.
what the
and
fuck?
he comments on my
How
Instagram.
the fuck? You say stalker, everyone stops. Oh, stalking, that's illegal. I know that's bad. So that's bullshit. And then you can discredit all the stuff. If I'm a stalker, it doesn't matter if what I said was right or wrong, or if it made sense, or if it was fair. If I'm a stalker, I'm a criminal. I'm breaking the law. I'm harassing him to a degree that is just, I don't care what the problem is. That's bad. And they know this. And I wanted to call this out right away and really put this on blast hard because there are a lot of people who do this. And this is a manipulation technique. And who better to manipulate you than the salesman, the con man? Hey, Big Mike. Victim status is where the fool always goes. The fool, we call these people fools. There are a caste of fools. The fool goes to victim status when he's up against the wall, when he's on the ropes. When it's over, when they have nowhere to go, they go victim. Victim stops things. You accuse somebody, if you see a girl going, he harasses me, he stalks me, everyone's on the girl's side. Case closed. The guy's a stalker. And then the guy who does it also doesn't want to do anymore because he's been accused of being a stalker. That's bad.
Icky.
That's sick. That's icky. You don't want that on you. So Big Mike went there. He played victim and he said stalker. I want to make something perfectly clear. This isn't stalking. Thank you. It's not stalking. I refuse to let you call it stalking.
Everything we've ever said about you has been public in front of everybody.
You don't even have to go there. You don't even have to go there. Everything we've said about you has been something you said about you. There is no stalking. And, you know, I see people do it all the time. They want to say stalker. You know what? A stalker is somebody who is following somebody, who won't leave a person alone. Mike, you're a public figure. I'm a news anchor, a wonderfully seasoned, well-respected news anchor. I am covering the news. You are not being stalked. In fact, the only things I've ever done to Big Mike have been in public, here on this show or on Instagram. Now, you have to say that. Everybody knows. They go, yeah, of course, Mike. You don't even have
when
to say
they
that.
call you a
No,
stalker,
you do.
then
You
they
do have to say
think
it.
that you're
Exactly.
going to their house and sending them private
So
messages.
you do have to. Usually the old Mike would not even say anything, but because this could get bigger, this is getting big, you have to make it perfectly clear. There is no stalking. There will be no stalking, and there never has been stalking. So to compare me to a stalker for criticizing your horrendously, poorly thought out, that's actually,
Insert
you know what
thing
that
here.
is? That's a suable offense. I could actually sue him for that. Big Mike, you just started making a lot of money here. You got the 1 million followers. You got the OnlyFans, the new book. I'd like some of that money. Maybe I start taking you to court, showing the judge, hey, judge, how could you be mad at me? This man, he's selling porn to children. I take you to a nice rural judge, Christian judge. And I'll play the Lana Rhoades gangbang to the court. Your Honor, I know it sounds like I'm picking on them, but watch. And they would, he'd be banging that fucking hammer. Recess, he'd yell. You better take that stalking thing back, or it's...
And how about this? Isn't it a little bit insulting to Logan, who's had to go through so much internet hate?
Here we go.
Way more
Logan
than Big Mike
is sitting
ever
here.
will.
Listen, Big Mike, he's only got me. I'm the only one in his way. Everything else is beautiful. He's got the world in his palm, and he's worried about 4 videos from me. And Logan Paul sitting here, a guy who's got 80,000 videos against him, a guy that was ostracized from the world for accidentally seeing a dead body, a crime that was no crime at all. You actually all played follow the leader over that one and decided, because Logan Paul's a douche, finding a dead body is the worst thing in the world, and filming it, the respect for the family. That dead body thing was cool. And Logan, this poor Logan, he's got fucking trauma from all of you acting like he murdered the guy. He did nothing wrong there. Everyone attacked him. They still use that. And even cool people like Nerd City have a problem with him. You know how many dead bodies I found and kicked and pissed on and spit in? I'm doing that this afternoon. In fact, I'm hungry. I got the itch to find some fucking corpse. Stop it with that dead body shit. That was some virtue signaling shit to Maximus Cronius. A higheth degreeth. Big Mike is a million times. If Logan stabbed that guy and gutted him and used him for warmth that night, it would be less egregious than the shit Big Mike does right now. Did I mention I'm not a stalker? I've never broken the law. I'm going to make fun of her. And I will never let somebody strip that from me. I have every right to do what I'm doing here today. Listen to Big Mike lie to you and try to manipulate you into thinking I might be something more, hence, we need to shut me up.
Worships me. Every show he makes has to mention me. And he comments on my Instagram pictures, barf faces of me and my girlfriend. And he's obsessed. He's like a stalker, bro. He has to know what's going on in the life of Big Mike, and his videos get his 8,000 views and 6,000 views.
It's a lie! You're up to 45,000 views, some of these. You must be coming early. You're one of those early guys, huh? You got that bell. You click the bell when you subscribe. Yeah. If you're watching my videos when they have 8,000 views, you're watching hour 2. Yikes, man. You're there quick. That was a towel, huh? Got him. I got you again.
And I just always say to myself, like, why? Jay-Z said in a song, a wise man told me don't argue with fools because people from a distance can't tell who is who.
So Logan's looking at him like, yeah, but you don't follow any of those rules. So I know that sounds awesome in Jay's voice.
But you're talking about the fools right now and arguing with them as
you're
we speak.
the fool. And so, yeah, you can't just like do the thing that Jay-Z says not to do and then end it with Jay-Z's quote and be like, yeah, right. And that really just doesn't work. That, and even Logan's like, I'm not so sure about that.
Because people from a distance can't tell who is who. So if you argue with a fool, you're just as bad as them because you're standing there arguing with a fucking dumbass.
You are, bro. When an ant crawls on a wolf's leg, do you think the wolf minds?
Wait. So Logan has obviously seen these tapes now. Logan, you think this about me? I thought you were going to offer me a gig at Clout House.
He probably wrote us a private email to tell us that he's on our side.
Exactly.
And he just couldn't say anything in front of
Logan
Mike.
wants these tapes about Mike. I'm the only one keeping Mike from turning into a emperor.
If we weren't saying mean stuff about Mike, his ego would be
so out of control.
The whole house would be filled
We're
with
literally
his
the
hair.
only one holding him away like a hot air balloon going towards the sun. Let's hear more. Logan knows. Listen to this.
Do you think he pays attention? He doesn't care. He continues being a fucking wolf. And eventually the ant is going to die. And guess what? The wolf's still going to be a badass wolf.
Wait a minute. I'm going to die eventually? That's a threat. That's a threat. Where's my lawyer? Call my brother-in-law. Call my father-in-law. Just kidding. I'm not Jewish. But that sounds like a threat. Eventually the ant will die when making a metaphor about me. Yikes. Imagine Logan Paul saying eventually you will die.
But look at Logan's face. He's doing the face of when you've explained the same thing to your girlfriend a million times and you just have to keep going.
Exactly.
It's okay,
Well,
sweetie.
listen, he's
Just
going to
don't
tell.
listen
We
to
haven't gotten to
them.
that part. Listen to what is going on in the Logan Paul household. I'll let it play a little bit and then we'll go back.
Wolf's leg, do you think the wolf minds?
No.
Do you think he pays attention? He doesn't care. He continues being a fucking wolf. And eventually the ant is going to die. And guess what? The wolf's still going to be a badass wolf.
And then pee on him.
And then,
Wow. Sounds like a story you would tell to a child when he's scared of the bully at school. Very cool.
I know. Isn't
Mike,
Big Mike supposed to
Don't
be
worry,
helping
Big Mike.
Logan?
He's an ant and you're a wolf. He has to break it down in like childology terms to explain it to Mike. Mike's like, I hate this guy. Let's get him. He's like, Mike, you're a big wolf. Don't you like wolves? Oof, oof, yeah, oof, oof. Good boy. You're a wolf. He's an ant. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Logan. You're being talked to like an animal. About animals. When I get mad, Jules doesn't have to go, Mike, what would a dolphin do? You know, like, I don't need to be told a children's fable in order to figure out what's happening. Check this out again.
Mine's.
No.
Do you think he pays attention?
No.
He doesn't care. He continues being a fucking wolf. And eventually the ant is going to die. And guess what? The wolf's still going to be a badass wolf.
And then pee on
You're right. I have nothing to worry about.
because that's what a wolf would do.
The wolf would pee on the ant?
For sure.
After he falls off his leg.
Fucking guy.
And I'm sticking to this. You taught me this, and I've said this before. You taught me that early.
Listen.
Like, yo, you asked me about some of these people, and I
know.
I love you as a friend.
You ask me about some of these people. Get me an iPad. Logan. This guy made a video about me. Logan, look. He's asking Logan about me in their...
So we're
Imagine
basically
that.
Hollywood stars.
I'm basically part of the vlog
I
series.
feel like Jennifer Aniston
in the vlog,
right
when
now.
you see Mike in the vlog in the background going like this, he's watching Redbar. Give me a cut. You're running to Logan asking him about me. America's Logan Paul.
He's
from
busy.
He's busy. Listen to this.
And I'm sticking to this. You taught me this, and I've said this before. You taught me that early.
Like, yo, you asked me about some of these people,
Watch
and
this.
I know.
I love you as a friend, but every time you do it, I go, Mike, please come to me with real problems.
He won't even address me asking.
And I snap.
Oh, see you go. Hey, help me with the bullies. Mike, please stop. First of all, because he's probably watched it and realizes I'm right. Even though I pick on him. That's the attitude to have there. You can't be Mr. Big Bad, go with the gusto guy and then be worrying about the haters that at the same time you say are small and nothing. You want to be the cool guy. You want to be slick. You got to do what Logan's doing. You can't care. There's always going to be someone hating you. And if there's not, what kind of world is that? That's psychotic. That's Valerium, that movie.
Please come to me with real problems.
He won't even address me asking.
And I snap at him. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
he gets
what
mad.
the fuck? You just stop wasting your breath for your sake.
Yeah.
And then you know, I said, come to me with some real problems, and then he does. This morning he was out of toilet paper. I gave him some good advice. Use your hand.
Which is great. It worked.
That's a real problem.
I still haven't washed it.
Wait, these Jello people? I just want to say something.
there
Because
one more thing?
speaking of like Jello,
I think
Evan
that
told
was
me
the
something.
end.
So there he was, Big Mike, everybody, responding to us. Big Mike, big day. So people are starting to pick up on it. Say your name, Mike. Do the big response. Do the retort. It would be nice if one of you pussies stuck up for yourself. You know, it's difficult to stand up for yourself when you can't. All the people we've made fun of on this show, the reason they can't come back and do any of this, the reason they have excuse after excuse, is because there's nothing to say. They'd be lying under oath, you see. They're doing the thing. We're just showing you what they do, by the way. And going, look, we're just slowing it down. That's it. We're showing what they do. We're putting pause and we're going, look at that. So you want to stop getting on the screen, you got to stop doing the things to get you on the screen. Full circle. Hey, Big Mike. And now I've made my decision. There will be a 4% increase in videos because of this error of yours. In fact, this is a video. Hi, I hope you like it. Listen, I'm not trying to be mean. Come over to Redbar. I think that's a great video. I think I made a great point there. And I think, it could change the world if gotten in the right hands. So there you go, Big Mike. Keep my name out your mouth. I'm kidding. No, put it in your mouth, for God's sakes. Just put it in your mouth. Put my name in your mouth. Only an asshole says, keep my name out of your mouth. Why? You can't handle the being made fun of? That's like the faggiest thing in the world, too. That's the bitchiest thing in the world. Now, not being able to be made fun of, that's where I draw the line. I was there once. It stings. But if you can't let people make fun of you brutally, if you can't let people dox you, if you can't let people tie you up, shoot a bullet hole through your what kind of a man are you? No, but I would say you got to kick it back to
You
preschool.
can get made fun of.
The first song I
Okay.
ever heard was "Sticks and Stones May Break Your Bones, but Words Will Never Hurt You." It was by NoFX. And that's got to ring true. It's just got to. You cannot let words bother you, even if they're the right words. Even if they... Oh, wait. They bother you a lot when they're unwinding your schemes. I forgot about that. It's easy for me to not be bothered by the words. But maybe it's not easy when your whole world is built upon your flimsy words. Well, a lot of deep stuff to think about. Anyways, thank you again for allowing me to speak. Big Mike.
Facts. Beanbag chairs.
Perfect.
Laser shells.
Perfect.
Buttery toast.
Perfect.
Cheat codes.
Perfect.
Kids hit me up.
Perfect.
Logan likes it.
Perfect.
Black gangbangs.
What the fuck are you saying?
We're idiots.
Perfect.
Bro,
We're idiots.
you're an idiot.
Perfect.